Okay, welcome to the writing portion of writing day number 6. We're going to talk about writing a paragraph using race. Now, I'm going to review this quickly because some of you are doing better than others, but some of you, I think, could just use a little bit of review as to how to do this. So, writing a paragraph in response to a question by using this strategy of race. Now, remember, when we use race, we first restate the question that's asked as a statement. And usually in that same sentence, that same restating the question sentence, we also answer the question. So the first 2 letters of race, we really just do in one sentence. And I'm going to do that for you in a second. The third thing, the C part of race, is to cite evidence to support your answer. That doesn't always mean that you have to take a quote from the book, but it does mean that you have to show your reasoning. Why do you think that? Give us some evidence as to why you think that is. And typically that's going to be from the story, from Ender's Game, whatever's being asked about. Okay? And then last is explain how that evidence supports your answer. So once you say that evidence, once you say what it is, the reasoning that you think, you need to make sure and wrap it up and explain exactly how that supports your answer. Okay, so restate the question as a statement, answer the question, cite evidence to support your answer, and explain how that evidence supports your answer. Okay. And then the next thing is I'm going to give you the actual question that you're going to answer today. So the question is, which relationship in Ender's life is the most important to his development as a leader? Now, one of the interesting things that I'm going to have you do today is I want you to think about that question. And the first answer that comes up in your head as the most obvious answer, whoever that is, whichever person that you think, oh, that's who it is, this is the most important to his development, you cannot use that person. So what I want you to do is take the obvious answer and throw it out. And now you have to pick someone else. And I'm just doing that so you have to think a little deeper about the question. So you can't use your most obvious choice. You have to pick someone else. Okay. So maybe your first choice was Valentine. And you're like, yes, that's the most important because she grounds him and keeps him, yada, yada, yada. You can't use Valentine if that was your first thought. You have to use someone else. Okay. So that's what you have to do to answer the question. So we have this question. How do we turn it into a statement? So which relationship in Ender's life is the most important to his development as a leader? Well, in order to turn this into a statement, I do now. So the most important relationship in Ender's life is his relationship with blank. And I'm going to fill in the blank. Okay. And then you're going to show why you think that way. Okay. So the most important relationship in life is a relationship with you fill in the blank. And what you've done, that is the R portion. So there's a restate question as a statement. And you also answered the question if you fill in that blank. So you've done the first 2 things. So really what you need to do now is find evidence. Why do you think that? So it could be a passage from the book. You could be describing just your rationale, it's because this person is yada yada yada. They keep him focused on this and that, whatever it might be. But you have to give evidence, and then you have to explain how that evidence supports your answer. Okay, so everyone should really copy down this in the space below this section and fill in the blank. And then you need to use 2 or 3 more sentences in order to cite evidence and explain that evidence. And that's going to be your paragraph for this week. Okay? So you can pause and then shut the video, close the video now, and start to do that in the Google Doc that I've created.